que ela te falou pra te convencer a vir pra essa farsa?
Fratricídio, roubo de identidade. Sabe esses papos de amigo?
Eu tenho uma surpresa pra sua família verdadeira.
Você nem deve se lembrar de mim. Eu sou sua tia linda.
Vai mesmo levar sua assistente?
Ela é minha garantia, né?
Acha que eu não posso matar as duas?
Okay, so first, I wanted to ask you, the first movie came out back in 2018. What was it like being reunited all over again after all these years?
It was fantastic. It was really, we had so much fun together on the first movie, and Henry and I became really good friends from that. And it was just, to get the band back together was lovely. And the only pressure for me was like making sure that the script was in a good enough place where I could really let them shine a second time. And I feel like we pulled it off.
I mean, for me, coming back and sort of, it's interesting as an actor when you come back to a role, the role's sort of already been in your head for the past, like, God knows how many years. So it feels so comfortable. And in that comfort, you have so much more creativity because you're willing to sort of choose greater options or choices. So it's a lot more fun second time around, I gotta say.
Mm-hmm.
And in this new film, we had a lot of different characters coming in. What was it like working with them and the new dynamic they brought to the movie?
Well, it was a thrill getting to cast new people around, and some that I've worked with before, like Allison Janney and Elizabeth Perkins, but then bringing Michele in and Elena Sofia Ricci. It gave a fresh energy to what was already going to have a lot of chemistry and energy, and it gave a lot for the people returning to play with.
Definitely. I mean, just the expansion of the different characters, and every single person has such a big character. To have them all in kind of one storyline, it's like there has to be fireworks.
Yeah, and I felt like this movie had a lot of an epic vibe, kind of different than the first one. Did you guys feel that during the process?
Yeah, I mean, when you're shooting in that setting,
when you're not in Vancouver,
yeah, exactly, right, exactly,
and you're in Capri.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was pretty fun. I wanted the scope of this to be much bigger because it was the way that it would affect Stephanie's character of sort of really being out of her comfort zone and being in this big, beautiful place. Also, there's something great about terrible things happening in a beautiful setting because you go, oh, it's sunny and there's lemons. Like, what bad could happen? And then clearly everything bad can happen.
Yeah, and this movie had a lot of twists as well. Without giving too much away, Henry, what was it like for you to be a part of this, like, new journey with these new twists?
Yeah, I think the twists and the turns came fast and thick. I think we realized that the fans of the first wanted kind of more of that. And so Paul was just like, all right, give them what they want.
Go for it.
And we had the pieces for it. We had the amazing setting, we had the amazing cast, we had the additional sort of cast that we didn't have in the first time. And so the world literally has gotten twice as big. And so it's become twice as sort of audacious and fun.
Yeah. And Paul, for you, what was it like directing this and to not spoiling anything for the public, like following and do not give anything away really fast?
I love it. I love twists and turns. I love unexpected things. I like challenging my cast with new ways to do things, and without spoiling anything, it was challenging for a certain member of the cast, but embraced it with such bravery and gusto that. It was thrilling to watch, and it was thrilling to kind of work on that, and hopefully audiences will be very surprised by it.
And you guys were talking about Capri. What was it like filming there? Do you have any fun stuff that happened behind the scenes that you can share?
Well, I think the people of Capri were very happy to see us go. I mean, it's the most wonderful place. I've been going there for 30 years on vacation with my wife, and I know everybody there, but it's just a very tight place. And so the minute you start to shoot, you have to stop traffic and people, and it would just stack up thousands of people every time we did something. So logistics were difficult, but a beautiful place to shoot.
Amazing.
Being there was great, exactly.
Okay, thank you guys so much for the interview.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.